Milo. It's race day. Yeah. All right, friends, we made it. We are here at Camden County College. Got a nice end spot here. Let's go grab some stuff and get registered, and then we'll get prepped for the race, go over the bike and everything like that. All right, we're registered. It looks like the finish of the course actually is on the track, like the, running track. So that's pretty cool finish if it comes down to a sprint. All right, we just gotta go over a few things on the bike, make sure that the pressures are topped off. Do that, put the plate on. Otherwise, she's good to go. I made a few changes since the last race. I put on this new Zip Control SL stem. It's a little bit longer and lower than the last one. This one's 70 mil, minus 17. And then my Candies finally kicked the bucket after 5 years. The IGUS bearing was so worn out I could even remove it. So I got some brand new egg beater 3s on here. In keeping with the 50 Shades of Blue theme, I had to get some blue to go with everything. So I'm gonna be running the flight attendant system in the +1 setting today. This is a pretty fast and smooth course. Those of you with a keen eye will have noticed I got some brand new Magura MT8 Pro brakes on here. So much better than the Guide RSs that were on here before. That's like half a pound lighter actually, and they feel much stronger, much better modulation. Overall, just a much better brake. Very happy with them. Full review coming soon. All right, the bike's all set up. Time to go do a warm up, and then we'll line up for the race. See you in the start line. Well, a little update. Went out for my warm up, and it is raining now. So we're gonna keep the tire pressure and everything the same, but we're also gonna go do a little course recon here and see what the dirt's looking like. Let's check it out. Bike's still looking pretty clean. That's one of the endurance riders that just went by. Dirt's definitely, it's wet, but I don't know that it's muddy. I think it's pretty sandy here, so we're gonna leave tire pressure the same. 17 in the front, 18 in the rear. And hopefully I can get some decent footage today with the GoPro. I'm not wiping the lens constantly, but I'll do my best. See you at the start line. So there's 14 of us in the class today. Get a great start off the line, clip in right away. I'm motoring up the climb. The pace is super high. Everyone's off to a great start here. I got what looks like Annapolis Bicycle Racing Team, 2 team members here right on my inside. Taking this inside corner here. I know this course doesn't have a ton of places to recover. It's pretty much full on pedaling the entire time. So I wanted to really try to manage my effort today and not blow up off the start and just try to pick up the pieces. I really wanted to finish strong on this course. So that's my plan of attack for today. So I get held up a little bit here on the climb. I probably should have put in a little bit harder of an effort just to get up near the front, just knowing that it was going to bunch up here. But I'm unfamiliar with this course and still feel like I'm in pretty good position. I really wanted to maintain right behind the white jersey and just hold their pace, but I just didn't quite have the pop in my legs right off the start of this race. So I fall back just one position on this, but was hoping to be in a little bit better position when we get to the single track. As soon as we hit the single track, we all get into a single file line here in this front group, and all just hold on to each other's wheels as best we can. still in touch with the lead group. Didn't want to blow up off the start. Figured I'd bring him back in on the single track. At this point in the race, Joey and Nate are just a little bit off the front of this main group here, but the rest of us are all still right in line. On the left side of the screen, you'll see Joey and Nate coming just up the hill as we're heading down, so they're really just a few seconds ahead of us. Slight downhill here. I'm trying to use every opportunity that I have to recover from the hard start, because I know that I have some work ahead of me if I'm going to be moving up through the pack. It was a moment like this where I realized I wish I had done a little bit harder effort off the line to be near the front of the group, so I could have carried a little bit more speed through some of these downhill and technical sections. At this point, everyone's still right in a line, so I'm okay with not exerting any extra effort to make a pass here. I'll wait for a little bit better opportunity and just try to conserve some energy.
On your left.
Right here I passed one of the riders from our group with the hydration backpack on. I noticed the group was beginning to split here, so I wanted to start making some moves to get closer towards the front.
Thank you.
At this point, I was too far back to go with the group when it split, so I am stuck behind these two riders, and I need to wait for my opportunity to make a move and try to bridge the gap up to the chase group. This group is still holding a great pace though, so we're really not losing much time. You can see the rider in the red. That is the group up in front of us that we're trying to catch up to. This switchback here gives a great opportunity to see where everyone else is positioned. As you can see, they're really not that far ahead, so I'm still okay with not having to exert a huge effort to try and bridge this gap, and I can just surf their wheels. This course didn't have a ton of climbing, but whatever climbs there were sure were short and punchy, and otherwise you're pretty much on the gas because this is just such a fast, flat out course. So my pacing strategy of not blowing up off the start seems to still be working. I'm feeling good at this point, still in touch.
Right behind him. Thank you. One more coming. On your right. Thank you.
We have a long false flat here, which kind of rolls down after a little bit, so we're carrying good speed. I'm very happy to be behind someone and drafting them at this point, conserving energy. At this moment, the guy I've been following in the Annapolis bicycle race team kit punches it and passes the guy in the all black kit, making his move. I decide not to follow, knowing that there's a little bit of a downhill coming. I should be able to hopefully regain their wheels after that. That effort definitely took it out of him though, because the guy in the all black kit came around him right afterwards, counterattacking, and I'm back on their wheels at this point.
Coming by on your left. I'll see if I can close that gap for us.
At this point, we have lost touch with the other riders up ahead of us, leading the chase group. I know I need to make it pass because I'm getting held up here in the single track.
On your left. So I caught it out and I saw that tree.
I lay the hammer down here and try and lose this rider behind me so I don't drag him up to the rest of the riders ahead of us.
All right, Chris, time trial mode. Let's go. Manage your effort. Trail conditions could not be better today. A little bit of rain. It's perfect. Rider back.
Yeah.
On your left.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro. Oh.
On the right side of the screen, you'll see the two riders and I'm trying to catch up with. The gap is probably about 30 seconds at this point.
Rider's back.
Yep.
All right, come on your left.
Yep.
Thank you. Oh, come on, bike.
Hey, let's go, let's go. Just another hill. Dig, dig, dig. Let's go, let's go.
Man, nice. Let's go. Good move.
Finally, I have visual of the two riders I've been chasing. Lucky for me, Steve in the red slips up here, holding up Jake in the green.
On your right.
I'm able to stay on my bike and do a little track stand to get around them. And I continue past Steve so that I can get in front and kind of recover a little bit, because I've been charging hard at this point to try and catch them.
Two coming. Thank you. Next chance you got. I go on your left here? Yeah. Gotcha. Thanks, bro. On your left.
At this point, I'm pretty gassed from catching up to them, and there's not a lot of chances to get a drink on this course, so I take the opportunity to get some fuel.
Come on, Chris. Time to fire the Watts cannon. Let's catch up.
I'm trying to catch up to Steve's wheel, but Jake is just holding a super fast pace and motoring.
Rider back. On your right.
Go for it. Good luck.
Thank you. Same to you. I'm gonna buy you one.
At the end of the pond?
Yeah, right here on your right, after these trees, if I can. Thank you, I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Finally, a downhill, which allows me to regain the wheel.
Can I come by on your left here? All right, on the uphill, I'll come by you. Thank you.
No problem.
Steve attacks Jake here on this flat section, and I begin to drift back just a little bit. Once we get into the single track, I'm able to quickly regain the ground that I lost.
One more coming by on your left. Thank you. One more coming. Thank you. The dude just threw up mid-race. Didn't even stop pedaling. That's hardcore. Love that.
Steve makes a mistake right here, and Jake was right behind him, but luckily his reflexes were fast enough to keep him from crashing.
Whoa.
That'll be on camera, right?
Yeah, dude, for sure. I got some awesome follow cam of you guys.
I'm sorry, bro. No, it's fine. We're all here.
Seeing as Steve has just made 2 back-to-back mistakes, I take a different line up this climb and accelerate to try and get past him. Steve and Jake both cover my attack, so I pull off here on the side, grab another drink to fuel up for the final effort. Right here, Jake attacks Steve, makes a pass on the inside before getting back into the single track.
You got it, bro. What was that gap?
this moment, Jake is absolutely on one, setting a blistering pace and leading us through the lap traffic.
Coming.
You guys touch this?
Right here, I realize my legs are still feeling good. I try to take the inside line here, put some pressure on Steve, but he counters and just accelerates up the hill, blocking my pass. Getting close to the end of our final lap, I began looking for opportunities to make some passes.
Coming. On your right. Oh no. On your right. Good racing, dude.
That was definitely a bit of a tight pass, but the GoPro makes it look a lot tighter than it actually was. There was plenty of space for both of us to be on this trail. On the downhill, I never fully intended to pass Steve there. I just wanted to apply some pressure and just called out I was on his right, so he was aware I was on his inside in that corner.
You're good.
On this steep, punchy climb, I launch an attack on Jake, but quickly realize I don't have much room to go, as I've already caught the rider ahead of us, Nate, who is part of our class.
Get him now, get him. You're on it.
If there was less lap traffic, I probably would have just kept going and tried to attack again at this point, but I would have just been held up by other riders ahead of me. So at this point, I just focus on conserving energy because it will probably come down to a sprint. I let little gaps form at the top of climbs, knowing that I can close them on the downhills and carry a little bit more speed into the next climb. Here are the last few grassy, slippery corners. Time to see what's left in the legs for the finish.
That was close, dude. Hell yeah, bro. Dude, who won?
Second place.
You did? Nice. Dude, that was so close.
Nice racing, dude.
Oh man, that was good racing. We were all right there.
I saw him, I was like, fuck, seconds in front of us, and I was like, just the whole second lap, just motoring to catch you guys. And I was like bringing them, but I was like,
Good racing, dude.
Like, what am I gonna do?
I don't have the technical skills.
Yeah,
He was a little crowded on that second lap.
yeah, I mean, we were pretty good. Like, I'm like, there's like 4 of us, you know. I try and be nice. I'm like, hey, can we sneak by when you get a chance? There's 4 of us.
Everybody was good about moving out the way, so we didn't hit a whole lot of traffic.
There was like some in the beginning of the lap when it's back there where it's like pine barrens, and they're like, go ahead on the left, and I just like cut like through the woods kind of.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm like, you know.
That's up.
Yeah. There's only so much I can go. It wasn't really.
It's
I'm,
unsafe to like pass in the same line.
like,
Just
fucking,
skip
like,
the tree.
a foot of leaves, but
There were a couple opportunities where it made sense to like skip a tree. I'm like,
Yeah.
am I cheating by skipping a tree? I don't know.
yeah, it's like inside. Like there's 2 lines. They go like,
Is it taped off? And are there tracks already there?
Yeah.
4.
What's your guys' names?
I caught.
My name's Nate.
Nate,
I'm
But I
Joey.
brought this
Joey,
guy along,
Chris.
Nice to meet you, Chris. And your name?
And I like reeled
Steve.
him in around the corner, and I went to stand up, and I.
Who was yakking?
I know I was on the.
Oh, dude.
My trademark move.
Coming.
That's the best racing I've been a part of for sure.
You all sprint for 4?
an hour.
You guys did for third, right?
I like caught back up to them. I was like, I might slingshot him around the corner, and then I like stood up, and you stood up, and I just was like. But, I mean, I was empty in the tank. Like once you came around me on the punchy climb,
Yeah.
you gapped me, and I like just hammered to close the gap, and then it was like, I wasn't thinking we were gonna catch him, so I was like keeping the pace high the first half of the
Yeah.
lap, and I was like, all right, that 40-year-old guy came by, and I just hopped on his wheel, and he motored.
Yeah, the like endurance or the 40, 49 guy was
Fuck yeah,
motoring.
this is awesome. We're flying. And then like he started to gap me, and I was like, I kind of started sitting up because I was like, you guys will probably catch me again. And I'm like, I want to save like a little bit of something because I'm like, there's gonna be a sprint. But then I just had to like motor up to you, and I was like, that's
Yeah.
Because I saw him. And I was
You
like,
started
"Guys,
hammering as soon as you got on the track. I'm like, all right, we're just trying to stay on his wheel.
I was like, yo, Steve.
And then like you started hammering, I started hammering. I should have stayed in your draft a little bit more, but I just swung out and I'm like, all right, I'm just giving it at this
Drafting
point.
never matters in mountain biking, but in this course it really matters
Yeah,
quite a bit.
for sure, this finish
I
line.
jammed the brakes a bit in the corner to try to mess you guys up.
Ah,
I like that tactic. That's good.
I was on your outside because I was like, he's gonna do some tricky shit.
Yeah.
Hey, can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
Do you have the Cat 2 results up?
You asking if you got second or third?
Yeah.
So
I
I
just-
just had to look at video.
Okay.
It was so close. I had you winning.
Okay.
You beating.
That's what we both talked about and kind of thought, but I was curious what results you had
Yeah.
because I was so dang close, man.
I had to fix it because like when it's that close, the read is like
It's not
the
quite as
maps,
accurate.
Like, do many reads and then like look at the strongest signal.
Uh-huh.
So sometimes it doesn't get it right. So
Okay.
I had to go to the video and look. I saw you did, so I just like shaved your like milliseconds off the time
Yeah.
to like fix it.
So you have a video recording this too?
Yeah, so like
That's awesome.
come over here, I'll show you.
Yeah, let me check it out. Can I film this? Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Oh my gosh, that's so close.
I'm gonna play it for you again real quick.
Yeah, let me get the camera a little closer. Oh my gosh, half a wheel. That's awesome. Thank you for playing that.
Bike racing right there.
I appreciate it. Let's go. First time on the podium.
Nice. Well done.
Let's go. Very first time on the podium. P2 for today. First year racing XC, first podium. Couldn't be more excited. And it was a sprint finish. I got him by half a wheel. Couldn't have been better racing. Super fun. Everybody was like right together there at the finish line. I think first place and like fifth were separated by less than 30 seconds. It was awesome. So great racing today. Thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, follow along, all those YouTube things. I gotta get out of here, get back to my daughter. We'll see you in the next video. Out.